The seeds of the world's most popular sport, it appears, are no longer producing just male players. From November the 16th, the focus of attention for many will be on China and the first World Championship of Women's Soccer. For the trees that bear the fruits of the women's game are at long last coming into season. And nowhere is that fruit more ripe than in the United States. It's estimated that in the home of the brave, around 7 million girls and women now play soccer, a game that's generally been regarded throughout time as being too rough for the gentler sex. While the USA has some catching up to do when it comes to the men's game, in women's soccer, they're equal to the best in Europe and could soon be at the very top. At the highest level, the national team approached the World Cup full of confidence after scoring 49 goals in 5 qualifying games. So just why is the women's game so popular in the US? Two players hoping to make a real impact on the world stage, a winger, Carin Jennings, and Michelle Akers, scorer of 28 goals in her first 18 appearances, here on the left.
In the way. Women should have what the men have, and I don't think that's very popular in Europe right now. I think the women are still considered, to raise a family, to take care of the house, and if you play a sport, that's fine, but it can't interfere with your other duties. And in the States, we're more encouraged to do our own profession, do our own thing, and sports is attractive for women now. You can make money, and the men like it.
Top women players have been earning money unofficially in countries like Italy and Sweden for the past decade. But new opportunities are now opening up for some of the American players who do not enjoy the benefits of the European club system. The national team players are now paid $1,000 a month to compensate for lost earnings, and they're all on an undisclosed bonus to win in China. Michelle lives with husband Robbie, himself a former professional soccer player in the Sunshine State, Florida, just a few miles from Disney World. And it's here, at the University of Central Florida, that we caught up with her again, earning her main income in what for women is virtually uncharted territory, coaching. She and Robbie run dozens of clinics for youngsters all over the USA, and she clearly loves the work.
My hands, watch her feet. She's always balancing herself. She's not killing grass. Do laces. By now, you should be getting this very good. Michelle and
I've been playing for a long time now. I never dreamed of making a living through coaching or playing soccer. I'm one of the few women who have made a living playing soccer overseas or even in the States now. The Federation is starting to pay us. But coaching for women is just starting to come out in the forefront, and that's really exciting for us. I haven't seen a lot of female coaches in Europe, and here I guess we're breaking some new ground.
Penetrate. Cut into the next square, change speed.
She takes her profession very seriously, constantly finding new ways of improving her fitness and strength in a bid to become the world's #1 player. At 25, Akers is still ruthlessly ambitious and is helping the campaign to get women's soccer introduced into the Atlanta Olympics in 1996. Just whether the combination of Jennings and Akers continues for another 5 years is debatable, but they're certain to make an impact in China. And the American team coach believes his star forward will take some stopping.
Michelle Akers right now is the consummate goal scorer. She's very big. She's 5'10". She can jump. She heads like a man. And that sort of heading presence in the attacking box, and she plays our center forward, is very intimidating. One of the weaker aspects of the women's game is their inability to head in general. And here's a girl that can.
Almost 3,000 miles away in California, Carin Jennings has been receiving a few last-minute tactical and technical tips from fiancé Jim Gabarra, who plays in America's popular indoor game with top club the San Diego Sockers. Until recently, Carin worked for a sporting goods manufacturer specializing in soccer clothing. But her commitments with the national team are now too great. And when she finds time, she too has now started coaching.
Well, we all have a definite inner drive, or we wouldn't have stuck with it this long. A lot of us have made many sacrifices along the way, not held any professions or jobs or any of those things. But I think we all just love the game, and we all like to be together. So there's a lot of, motivations that way too.
The US team has suffered setbacks, defeats by both Denmark and Norway this year. But Coach Dorrance is quietly confident that his team can lift bigger trophies than this.
We're hoping that people enjoy our style, because I think we have a very aggressive style. We'd rather win games, 5-4 than 2-0, even though a 2-0 margin's greater. And so we go after teams, and I'm hoping that people will be excited about the mentality with which we play the game. We'll see.